saw my baby walking.
Welcome to a new episode of BLOC News. My name is Brenda Luciertis Clark and I'm founder of BLOC Art, the local art portfolio where we represent 40 Latin American artists, which 30 are from Peru. Well, for today's app, I've made my top picks of the weekly news. We have one of the highlights is about British Airways that is going to sell approximately 10 of its art pieces from their collection. This will happen through Sotheby's. You want to know more? Well, stay tuned. What else? Special guest artist Cristias Rosas, Peruvian photographer, that will share about what he's been doing during this quarantine time. Let's first do an exercise and let's think outside the block. I know I usually start with international news, but in this case, I want to start with local news. Well, about local artists, in fact. First, the brand newest news is about that Carmen Arteezy, one of our femme artists in rep, is participating in Art Paris. Yes, in this case under the rep of Unique Gallery. So in case of those in France that are interested in taking a look to some Peruvian art, well, just comment here or send a DM and I can share full information too. Right over here, right next, you can check more. Ofrenda y vasallaje, or offering and vassalship, is the name of the artwork presented by Peruvian block art artist Carmen Arteezy in Art Paris under the rep of Unique Gallery. The document on top from 18th century reflects the possible economic agreement of precious metals shipped from Spain to America. The mountain of carved potatoes in the bottom are made of huamanga, Peruvian alabaster mostly identified to Ayacucho city, located in the Andes of our country. As well, some other potatoes, gold gilded, representing the object of desire, the gold pepa. Peter Doig, Bridget Riley, and Damon Hirst's works are some of the 10 pieces that belongs to British Airways collection. Yes, Sotheby's will value and sell this due to the coronavirus pandemic. British Airways revenue has been decimated. The embattled airline has a collection of contemporary art by largely British artists, and according to the Evening Standard, has called in Sotheby's to value and help sell a selection of the works. The collection includes work by Hirst, Doig, and Riley, which normally hang in its airport lounges, and one has been valued at more than £1 million. Now, I'd like us to make a pause in international news to go right away to our special guest, blogger artist, yes, Cristias Rosas, Peruvian photographer, who has studied at the International Center of Photography in New York City and Buenos Aires. He will share about what he's been doing during this quarantine time, and also I'm going to explain about the latest and recent projects. By the way, I wanted to make this highlight. One of the latest residencies was in Itoshima in Japan. Yes, so he's literally, you will know and you will feel more about this amazing photographer.
My name is Cristias Rosas. I'm a Peruvian photographer. I specialized in art and documentary photography work, and I believe in the metaphorization of emotions and things that happen in life in order to be placed and turned into an image, into a photographic image. That's the way I worked photography 3 years. Now, during quarantine times, I am building up the idea of a new project that unfortunately for these times it demands me to be outdoors in the Peruvian desert, in the desert that surrounds Lima. I'm going to combine architectonical work with the landscapes that the surroundings of the city provides. That's where I am aiming to after the confinement.
Photographer born in Lima in 1984, graduated as communicator and journalist, he also studied at the International Center of Photography of New York and in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He was selected winner of the Lisette Model Scholarship for Academic Merit in 2014. The themes developed in his photographic work are dementia metaphorized through experimental images done in analogic double exposures in medium and large format. In documentary subjects, he has portrayed the sadomasochistic community in New York City and came as a result a photo series and a short documentary film. Recently, he photographed the Japanese art of shibari using areas in rural Lima. The Father's Dreams is his most recent photographic project exposed in Art Lima and Arte fairs, Itoshima, Japan, and in the Cultural Center of the University of Lima, Peru. These images, loaded with significance, operate as a portal between our reality and other states of consciousness in remote natural places around the world. Cristias' artwork has been exhibited in art galleries in New York City, Buenos Aires, Santiago de Chile, Montevideo, Punta del Este, Itoshima, Japan, Guatemala City, and Lima, Peru. So what do you think about Cristias' photography? To me, it's like visual and photographic poems, literally. And also in the Father's Dreams, I think that he really made it work. Don't you think so? Well, thank you very much, Cristias, for sharing and for being part of today's episode. Now, returning to international news, yes. What's going on in New York City? Well, activists working in museums and galleries over there are bringing the fight for equality from the streets back to the institutions. Let's check out some pictures. These are some protesters gathered at Barclays Center in Brooklyn on 29 May. While art institutions have come under scrutiny for being slow to support protests against racism and injustice in the US, many in the art world have mobilized individually and collectively to support the Black Lives Matter movement, according to the Art newspaper. What I wanted to add, talking about this protest, it's that every Sunday with the Queen of Hearts, Rachel Ann Clark, my North American partner, and we are talking about the power of the art, because we truly believe that it's a good medium to bring back the memories, to protest, as you've seen also in the previous episode, for example, and also to stand up and not only to protest, but to bring solutions in collaboration. Again, the same keyword that I've been repeating on and on and on and on since starting this program. So what are you doing to create and use that power of the arts? Not only as an artist, I mean, like as a gallerist, as a different agent in your own ecosystem, local, global, local ecosystem. So that's my question for you for today. And you know that I'm I love questioning everything. Now we go all the way to Istanbul. Yeah, what happened? Well, the Museum of Painting and Sculpture has more than just some delays in their exhibits because top curators quit their jobs. Why do you think this happened? Well, here's an example. Former project advisor Vasif Kortun quit last December, 6 months after his appointment, because he was not given the authority to reinvent the state-run museum. Okay, so I got one hypothesis, and if it's correct, I mean, when is this going to stop? Literally, if you give the job to a person that is specialized for it, and if you are looking forward to reinvent the museum, if you're looking forward to renovate, literally, and change the mindset and give something new to your town, I mean, let the man do the job or the woman do the job. In this case, I think, and I second Vasif Kortun, that was the reason. He made his point. And that's everything for today. I really hope that you enjoy this. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel in case if you're watching this on YouTube. For Instagrammers, comment over here, spread the love, spread the art. And what else? What else do you think I'm going to tell you? Well, keep safe, be a skeptic, question everything, and think outside the block.